Astrology is the study of the movements and relative positions of celestial objects as a means for divining information about human affairs and terrestrial events. Astrology has been dated to at least the 2nd millennium BC and has its roots in calendrical systems used to predict seasonal shifts and to interpret celestial cycles as signs of divine communications. Many cultures have attached importance to astronomical events, and some, such as the Indians, Chinese, and Maya, developed elaborate systems for predicting terrestrial events from celestial observations. Western astrology, one of the oldest astrological systems still in use, can trace its roots to the 17th century BC Mesopotamia, from which it spread to ancient Greece, Rome, the Arab world, and eventually Central and Western Europe. Astrology, in its broadest sense, means that we are searching for meaning in the night sky. Many cultures throughout time in different parts of the world have developed elaborate systems to make predictions. Often astrologers make adaptations to stylize their technique, to optimize and specify their predictions independently. 2016 in the Chinese zodiac is the year of the red monkey. According to the Chinese zodiac, 2016 will be fast-paced and large swings of the pendulum of emotions and events unfolding, much as the monkey swings fast and all around in the forest. Expect greatness, destruction, even chaos, and profound events to unfold, seeming at the time to be unexpected. For my personal predictions, I look for major or unique celestial events in the sky, particularly in the beginning of the year. I also look for an indicator that may point to different celestial bodies or groups and research the meanings in Greek, Latin, Arabic, and other sources, as well as looking into the root words and tracing their etymology, while combining esoterical knowledge used in the ancient mystery system. The first comet of 2016 is C 2013 US 10, also known as Comet Catalina, will be crossing the night sky in January, emitting a greenish hue that will be visible in the early morning sky to the east. Comet Catalina is named for the observatory that discovered it in 2013. Comet Catalina takes an interesting journey through the night sky, crossing many constellations and pointing to certain celestial bodies, painting an intriguing picture that tells a story. Firstly, the name Catalina is a Spanish feminine name that is rooted from Greek as Katerina. When we break down the name as Kata and Lina, this is when the name forms an insightful meaning. Kata in Greek means bad, down, or fall. Lina in Greek refers to an olive wreath or crown worn by the hero. Modernly, it is used as a symbol for peace. Combining the meaning of these words, an eerie message reveals itself. Downfall of the hero or peace. On the comet's tail, an interesting phenomenon is occurring. 3 magnetic storms are caught in Catalina's tail, trailing along behind. These magnetic storms are similar to the geomagnetic storms that are found on Earth and are caused by solar wind from the sun. Using the ancient mystery system, the number 3 is of special significance. 3 is a masculine number and often represents completion. 3 can also indicate a child or offspring. In the material sense, it means product or final result. Comet Catalina is headed north and visible in the east from Earth's perspective. East is associated with the orientation point, portrayed as first light, origins, birth, and resurrection. The first constellation Catalina will encounter in the new year is Boots. This constellation recognition dates back to ancient Mesopotamia, where it was first recognized as the god Enlil, who was the leader of the Babylonian pantheon and special patron of farmers. In Greek, Boots is referred to as the plowman, herdsman, or a hunter. In ancient times, special significance was assigned to farmers and hunters as they were crucial for survival. Catalina will pass directly over the fourth brightest star in the night sky, called Arcturus. In Greek, Arcturus is known as the guardian or the watcher, as it watches the constellation Ursa Major, also known as the Great Bear. In ancient Rome, the star's celestial activity was supposed to portend tempestuous weather. The next constellation on Catalina's journey is over Cons Venatici, in Latin thought to be the two hunting dogs of Boots. Cons Venatici in many cultures, in a broad sense, relates to the ideal conditions of the pursuit, also recognizing the joy of the chase. The Romans attributed the meaning of Cons Venatici as political endeavors. Directly after Cons Venatici is Ursa Major, also known as the Big Dipper, that Catalina will pass, just touching the tip of the handle or the tail of the bear. The constellation of Ursa Major has been seen as a bear by many distinct civilizations. This may stem from a common oral tradition stretching back more than 13,000 years. The Great Bear is seen in many cultures as a threat. Interestingly, Russia is also known or symbolized as the Great Bear. The stars that make up Ursa Major have Arabic names. In Arabic tradition, according to which the constellation is actually a funeral procession, in which the 4 stars of the Dipper form the Bir Kubra, and the 3 stars of the handle are mourners, following the coffin Benet Naash al-Kubra. The nightly, slow and solemn movement of the constellation around the pole may have contributed to this association. Comet Catalina will directly pass over the star Alkaid, which is the last mourner following the funeral. An alternative meaning in Arabic tradition is to bear witness, as one is present to confirm a death at a funeral. The next to pass for Catalina is the constellation Draco. Its name is Latin for dragon. Dragons in Greek mythology that may have inspired the constellation's name include Ladon, the dragon who guarded the golden apples of the Hesperides. Sometimes Draco is represented as the demon son of Gaia, Typhon, who was the most fearsome monster of Greek mythology. His mother Gaia often represents the earth. China is symbolized as a dragon, but has an opposite meaning. The dragon in ancient Chinese mythology is seen as power and wisdom. In Chinese astrology, this constellation is viewed as a serpent, meaning to see clearly. The final constellation that Catalina will pass before fading from Earth's view at the end of January 2016 is Camelopardalis. Camelopardalis is the romanization of the Greek word meaning a camel with leopard spots, or a giraffe. In ancient times, giraffes were often given to kingdoms as gifts. They were seen as rare and unique due to their distinct long necks. The constellation was introduced and named in 1612 by Petrus Plancus. This constellation has no ancient meaning, but as a metaphorical classifier, due to features, behavior, or environment of an animal, a specific meaning can be attached. An obscure reference was attached to the giraffe in ancient times as to foresee or foretell, in other words. It is to see as a giraffe does. It is the animal's acute eyesight, in fact, that allows the giraffe to communicate visually from a distance greater than permitted by sound or scent, and indeed greater than any other mammal, and gives the giraffe its lofty dignity. To transcribe and condense Comet Catalina's journey in 2016 through ancient etymology, a story emerges. The fall of the hero, or the fall of peace, with warnings of 3 following behind. One cycle is completing and another one begins. Firstly affected is the harvest, or harvester with a turbulent storm, through the pursuits of nations' endeavors, who will bear witness and clearly see a destructive force for some, others as an opportunity. This storm will be long coming, taking its toll to pass, and be foreseen by few. It is my interpretation that a powerful nation or a nation alliance will begin to fail, or cannot hold the peace any longer. First affecting world economies, a powerful storm brews of nations taking action, either seeking correction, retribution, or exploitation. 3 events, or a third major event of destruction, will occur, and all will bear witness and see the truth. This was forewarned for some time now, by few. Through these actions, opinions may change as the truth of nations' agendas is revealed. New alliances may form and create a new order, and World War III is realized.